Hey, folks, with all the talks of transfers, decommits, and just upright talent leaving Jackson State, let's discuss this. First thing I want to look at, man, let's be honest about ourselves. Jackson State lost a lot of damn talent. When I say a lot of talent, I mean a lot of damn talent. We can run through the amount of starters, backups, lost on defense first. First, whenever there's a turnover with new coaching staff, you have a whole new philosophy. So before we ask ourselves about the amount of talent that left Jackson State's defense, the Gaddies, even graduations, the Millers, the Boldens, the Geronte Davises, the Shiloh Sanders, I believe, Paris Hunter, all that talent leaving. Was their talent just there for that system? See, the thing I know people don't understand is some coaches get talent to fit their system. Great coaches make their system fit their talent. That's a quote from Bill Belichick. Hey, what else can you say? So with the new coaching staff, bringing in their own coaches, are these players fit for their scheme? Or will they tailor their scheme for these players? Now, I can tell you straight up, like I can tell you 100%, I've said it before. Last year, some of the backups and third string players at Jackson State, they were better than the starters at other SWAC schools. It's only when you cannot out-talent everybody when coaching comes into play. So the question you got to have now is the coaching staff better now than it was last year? Because we saw the talent leave, and don't get me wrong, they don't miss Niles Gaddy. We also saw talent come in. But the defense went from number one. How far will it drop this year? Offensively, get the cat out the bag. The bookends are gone. Patrick and Debo. Receiving core is basically a brand new receiving core. You look at your tight ends. Tight ends are your strong point. Your interior line is strong point. Quarterbacks, brand new. Coaching staff, philosophy-wise, brand new. No more of this John Madden style offense. Now it's more of a NFL Power 5, Group of 5 FBS offense. But that's not what I'm here to ask you. The thing says, what would a disappointing season will be a disappointing season? So we're going to ask ourselves, what would be disappointing for Jackson State? Now we know 100%. Just like Alcorn said a couple years back, Jackson wants to start in the A and finish in the A. They want to win against SC State and then win against whoever shows up this year. What if that doesn't happen? They get back to the A and they pull the Alcorn in 3 straight years of losing. Would that be disappointing? Because you remember in the NFL back in the 90s, the Buffalo Bills, they were a dynasty in the AFC. But they kept losing to the NFC East. The Giants, the Skins, and then the Cowboys. Was that Jackson State's fate? Or they just lose the third time in a row to the Celebration Bowl, would that be disappointing for them? Because they will be one of the only two in the Black National Championship conversation. What about if they were to lose the SWAC championship? Once again, it's not something they want to do, but they would have beaten everybody in the East and at least got to the SWAC championship. Would that be a failure to lose it? At home or away, it doesn't matter. What about this? If they don't even get to the SWAC championship, but because of wins at Texas State and SC State, which wins the MEAC, they get into the playoffs. And the fourth tier would be disappointing season under 500. We can take that one, throw it out the window. That ain't gonna happen. So of those three, which one would 20 out of the 21 HBCUs on FCS level consider disappointing? Getting to the playoffs, and let's say getting the win in the playoffs. Then you say, well, losing the championship game or losing the Celebration Bowl. We put Jackson State on such a pedestal that they must be and all year. They must not lose, must not blemish anything. Even in a year of transition, what do we consider disappointing? To me, either of those would be great accomplishments. First year coach, doing something that's never been done. Well, yeah, not been done by the SWAC. Win a playoff game. Win an FBS football game. Something that nobody other than Eddie Robinson Sr. Once again, win a SWAC FBS football game. Something that no other HBCU SWAC team has done since Eddie Robinson against Oregon State. Keep that in mind. If T.C. Taylor does that, you have him and Eddie Robinson in the same discussion. Is that a failure? Win a playoff game, is that a failure? I think the only way people see it as a failure is if he gets back to Celebration Bowl and the SWAC loses again. Because I really do truly think if any other team, Grambling, Alcorn, Southern, gets to Celebration Bowl, a loss for them won't be as bad. They won't count that loss as something we should worry about. It'll just be another SWAC team losing to the MEAC. But if Jackson does it, because of preconceived notions we put on Jackson State, it will be the biggest failure of the year. We know the media will run with it about how Jackson couldn't do a thing, and not even the previous coach can do. But seriously, if TC wins against Texas State and gets to the playoffs, not only is that a success, that should be contract extension. Because honestly, the only way it disappoints is in our own mind and mentality. Let me know what y'all think, man. It's Coach Simmons. Just a little food for thought. Y'all have a lovely day.